Hello, hi everyone. From today onwards, we'll try to learn the basic C++ programs. In today's class, I'm going to take some 5 programs on C++. Our first program is write a C++ program to add any two numbers. We are going to write our first program to add any two numbers. Already we have written an algorithm and flowcharts on this particular problem. Our algorithm is step 1 start, step 2 input A and B, step 3 sum equal to A plus B, step 4 print the result, and the step 5 it's stop. We have seen this algorithm and we have seen its flowchart, and now we'll start how to convert this algorithm into an C++ program. Our C++ program starts from a comment. You can observe a comment here. This is a comment line. You can observe this comment line. The comment we are given by using double forward slash, and in the comment we have written program to add any two numbers. Comment line is ignored by the compiler. Comment line is just a programmer information. This line will not be compiled by the compiler when we are executing a program. Hence, it is only a programmer message. You can have a comment anywhere in the program, in the beginning, in the middle, or at the end also. And even if you leave or even if you ignore the comment line also, there is no problem for the execution of the program. So our first line is comment line. The comment we are going to start here with a double forward slash, and in the comment line we have written program to add any two numbers, and this particular line is not going to be executed. Then in the next two lines here, these two lines are the pre-processing files or the header files. The files which end with a file extension of .h, the files which contains an extension of .h are known as header files. Pre-processing files because they are going to be executed before we execute the main program. That's the reason they are called as pre-processing files. Our two pre-processing files or the header files are hash include iostream.h and hash include conio.h. Now, why we are writing these two header files, that is iostream.h and conio.h? We have written iostream.h because of cout and cin. If we write iostream.h, the definition of cout and cin is given in the iostream.h. That iostream.h stands for input output stream header file. Then this console input output header file, that is conio.h, we have written it for CLR SCR and getch. We'll see later in our program statements. The first line is comment, then the second two lines are header files. The first header file is iostream.h and the second one is conio.h. Now let us begin with the program. So this is our program section, main program section, and this line begins with void main. Why I have written void main? That means it is this program is not returning anything. This program is not returning anything. You can have int also. You can write int main. If you write int main, then here it has to return something, and you have to write return 0. You have to write return 0. Why return 0? Because if it is not returning anything, then 0 is an integer which is it has to return. So instead of int I am using here void. You can use int. If you use int, you have to write here return 0, or else if you write void main, you need not to write anything after the get ch or before the get ch. The main program begins with open flower bracket and this ends with this closing flower bracket. So here the main program ends. The flower brackets indicates the start and end of the functions. After the flower bracket, the first line what we have written, this is variable declaration. This step is very important. Int a comma b comma sum. I am using 3 variables here in the name a, b and sum. When this step is executed, what happens actually in the memory? Here we are going to concentrate on this part. We are going to concentrate. Imagine if this is a memory. When we reserve a, b and sum, in some memory locations, FF02, FF06, FF14, like that I have taken. It can be any numbers for memory address. I have just taken an imaginary part of 4 digit only. The first number is going to be FF02, the second number is at FF06, then the third number is at FF14. We'll concentrate on its values later. But when you write or when you execute this particular step, what happens? Int a comma b comma sum. You have written int, that's the reason for a, b and sum. It is going to result 2 bytes for each variable. For a, it is going to be 2 bytes. For b, it is going to be 2 bytes. And for sum, it is going to be 2 bytes. That means a is stored in FF02 and 03. Are you getting my point? FF02 and then FF03 are the 2 bytes which are reserved for a. B is reserved at the location FF06, FF06 and FF07. And sum is reserved at FF14 and 15. We always show it's a starting address. After the variable declaration, we'll come to the program. Our next statement is CLR SCR. This one, CLR SCR. CLR SCR is not mandatory. You can have in the program or you can avoid. We write this function, clear screen, CLR SCR function is a clear screen function. We write this function to clear our output screen. See, this is our output screen. Here I have shown the output. To clear our output screen. For that purpose, we write CLR SCR. I hope up to this part you understood. This is a very important part. The first line is variable declaration where you have written int a comma b comma sum. This is in the main program. And the second line is CLR SCR, clear screen. Then the third line, enter a and b values. See here, when you write this message, see this message is enclosed in double quotation mark. So this is a programmer's message, or you can say user message, which is going to be printed on the screen. See, you have written here enter a and b values, and your output screen, what it is showing? Enter a and b values. Enter a and b values. When this message appears, enter a and b values, you will enter values at 10 and then 20. So when you enter 10 and 20, the way cin, the next statement, cin is the input statement. It inputs a and b values. Hence the a value is 10. See, you can observe here, a value is 10. It stores in the location FF02. Then b value is 20. That is stored in the FF06 location. Now what happens? You have inputted the 2 main values, and now we'll try to add this one. So this is a processing line statement. Here you are given sum equal to a plus b. Now what is a value? A value is 10. What is b value? B value is 20. Then a plus b, it is going to result how much? 30. And this result of 30, where it is stored? It is stored here in the sum. See this variable. Its result is how much now? 30. And in which location it is stored? It is stored in the FF14. Okay, fine. It is stored in the memory location, but it has to be printed. Henceforth, we are going to write here cout less than result equal to, see in the double quotation mark what you have written, it is just a message. It is going to be printed as it is on the screen. Result equal to, here you can observe, result equal to. Then the sum value is how much? The sum value is 30. The sum value is 30. Hence you are going to get 30 on the result screen. This is our first program. Need not to write this program. I will send a PDF to each and everyone in the group. Now we will see our second program. Okay. Now just concentrate on the second program. In the second program, you can observe here, I have written, you have seen the previous program. Try to compare. I am not going to mark now much. Okay, because just see the program, because I think already you understood this one. Our second program is write a C++ program to add any three numbers. The only difference, previously we have seen addition of two numbers. Now we are going to see addition of three numbers. Addition of three numbers. Okay. See, our program starts here. The first, I have ignored comment here, as I previously told. You can have comment or you can ignore the comment. The comment line I have not written. If you want, you can write with by using // that program to add any three numbers. Now I have given here hash include iostream.h, hash include conio.h. What are these? Yes, these are header files. What they are? Header files. Why do we write iostream.h? For the purpose of cout and cin. That is output statement and input statement. Okay, why do we write conio.h? For the purpose of clr/scr and getch. What is the purpose of clr/scr? Clear the screen. What is the purpose of getch? It is just a wait until you hit any key on the keyboard. Fine. Next we will see. We will start our program with wide main. Now, this is very important. Here I have declared three numbers. What are those three numbers? A, B and C. And to hold the result, I have declared one more variable, that is sum. All these are integer. See, when you declare this, what happens? A, here you can concentrate. This is A, which is reserved in the some memory place, AA01. This is B, which is reserved at AA14. I have shown it can be any numbers. Okay, 01, 02, 14, 15. Okay, C is going to be reserved at AA22. Are you getting my point? Then sum. Okay, then sum. Fine, sum. It's going to be at AA36. It can be any numbers. Okay. Now we'll see here. Okay, our next point is CLR/SCR. CLR/SCR means clear the screen. After CLR/SCR, what you are going to get here? It is an user message. What we are going to provide on the screen? Enter A, B and C values. See, you are going to see here. Enter A, B, and C values. When you get this message on the screen, you will enter three numbers. You will enter the three numbers, and those three numbers you are given here: 10, 20 and 30. Are you getting this one? 10, 20 and 30. Now what happens when you give this 10, 20 and 30? Our next statement is going to be executed is cin. Okay. See, on the screen you have given A value as 10, so B value is 20 and the C value is as 30. Now what happens? The A value will be assigned here 10, B value will be assigned 20 and the C value will be assigned 30. Okay. Now what happens? Sum equal to A plus B plus C, because we are adding 3 numbers and we are inputted the 3 numbers, and now we are going to add these 3 numbers A plus B plus C. What happens? 30 plus 20 plus 10 is going to be 60. Then now the sum value is stored here 60. It is in the memory, but we have to show it on the screen. Hence we have to write an output statement, cout result equal to, when you write this result equal to, see this part is just a user message, it just printed as it is. You are going to get result equal to the same part. You are going to, if you write sum of 3 numbers, then you are going to get a message here sum of 3 numbers. Okay. But when you see what value you are printing, this is very important. You are printing some value. You are printing some value means the sum value is here how much? See, sum value is how much? 60. See, this value will be printed here. Correct? You can see, you can observe. Are you getting my point? Yes. See the program one more time. See, a main program, wide main. Then after that, what we're going to have? Int a comma b comma sum, then a clear screen. After that we are going to have enter a, b and c values. It is a message. Then you are going to input the 3 numbers. The first number is going to be assigned to the a, then the second number is assigned to be b, then the third number is going to be assigned to the c. Now what happens? Sum equal to a plus b plus c. That means a value plus b value plus c value. That result you are going to print it by using cout statement. Once the result is printed, then you have written here get ch. This get ch is used to wait until user sees a message, his result. After seeing his result, once he enters any key on the keyboard, it will return it to the program screen. That we are going to see in the practical room itself. Okay. So this is our second program. Now let me go for our third program. Our third program is C. Write a C++ program to subtract any 2 numbers. Just I have taken very basic programs. Why I have taken these basic programs? Just we are understanding some programming concepts, how to write or how to use the variable declaration, clear screen, cout and cin statements. Our program has only this much. Okay. So let us see what happens here. See, in this step, first we are going to start from the 2 header files. What are those 2 header files? Hash include iostream.h, then hash include conio.h. After that, wide main. And as we are subtracting 2 numbers, hence we require 2 numbers here, a, and those are a and b, and the sub is a result variable. That means I am going to store a result in the sub variable. It can be anything. You can write only s, you can write x, you can write result, you can write sub, you can write subtraction. It depends on the programmer. Okay. Now I am using here the term sub. Then the second step is what? Clear screen. You know what is that clear screen? It clears the screen. Then after that, enter a and b values. When you say enter a and b values, what happens here? On the output screen, you are going to get enter a and b values. When you say enter a and b values, you will enter 2 values here, 20 and 10. On the computer screen, you are going to get a message saying that enter a and b values. So you entered 2 values, that is 20 and 10. Now this 20 is assigned to what? A, because see what you have written, cin a, cin greater than a, greater than b, you have written. Okay, the first number is going to be assigned to what? A, and the second number is assigned to be b. What is your first number? It is 20. Hence what is a value? A value is going to be 20. Then what is b value? B value is going to be 10. Okay, are you getting this one? See, what is a value? A value is 20. A value is 20. What is b value? B value is 10. See, a and b, and where they are result? AA01, AA13. It can be any numbers. See, these are the memory addresses which are shown in the hexadecimal number system. Okay, then we'll come here. Sub equal to a minus b. Why I am using sub? Because I am going to store the result in the sub. Okay, so here also you have to use sub. If you are using yes here, then you have to use yes. If you are using result here, then here you have to use result. I am using sub, hence sub equal to a minus b. What is A value? A value is 20. What is B value? B value is 10. So 20 minus 10, what is going to be the result? 10, and that 10 is going to be stored in the sub memory location. See this sub variable. What is the result here? 10. Where it is stored? It is stored in AA22. It can be any location, as I already mentioned. Okay, now we have to output this result. So result equal to, see this cout statement you have written, cout result equal to what you are going to print here? Sub. Okay, so where is that sub value? Okay, see, sub value is here, correct? See, this sub value is here, 10, correct? And what result you are going to get here? See, result equal to, it's how much? 10. I think I hope you understood this program number 3. Okay, we'll go for another simple program, and this time this is write a C++ program to multiply any two numbers. Our first program is to add any two numbers. Our second program is to add any three numbers. Our third program is to subtract any two numbers. Our fourth program is to multiply any two numbers. We have already written its algorithms. Our first algorithm, second, third, fourth. See, this is fourth. Our fourth algorithm is also same. That is to multiply any two numbers. And you might have written over there. Just check your notes. That step 1 is start. Step 2 input A and B. Step 3 MUL equal to A star B. Step 4 print result or print MUL, sorry. Then the fifth step is going to be stop. That you might have written. Now we will concentrate here what happens in our fourth program. See, here we are given again the same thing, those two header files, hash include iostream.h, hash include conio.h. See here something is repeated, this part is repeated, okay, one line is repeated, okay, we will ignore that particular part. Hash include iostream.h, we write this one for what purpose? For the cout and the cin, and conio.h is for get ch and clr. Fine. Now we'll come to the program. Our program begins from the void main, and after void main we are going to have open flower bracket, and this is a variable declaration step. Here we are going to multiply two numbers, hence I have taken A and B. You can take X and Y also, and the result variable I have taken here MUL. You can say it can be M, it can be R, whatever it may be. Okay, see, when you declare, what happens in the memory? See, here it is going to reserve, here it is going to reserve your three variables A, B and MUL. Okay, see where they are reserved. See, it is in AB01, 13, 22. These are the memory addresses. Okay, fine. Okay, we'll come to the program here. The second step is CLRSR, that is clear screen. Okay, enter A and B values. Yes, it's just a message. Once you put this message, what happens? Enter A and B values. Okay, when this message appears on the screen, you'll enter two numbers, that is 10 and 20. So these two values you are written here. Cin A, after this message, see, Cin greater than A, greater than B. Okay, so A value will be how much now? It is 10. What is B value? B value is going to be 20. The first number is going to be assigned to the A, then the second number is going to be assigned to the B. So you can observe here, what is A value? A value is 10 and B value is how much? 20. Now what happens? See, in the fifth step, MUL equal to A star B. That means A value will be multiplied with the B value. What is A value? 10. What is B value? 20. 10 into 20, so it's going to be 200. And that 200 is stored in the result variable, that is MUL. See, you can observe here, it is stored here. See, this is 200. This is the result. Okay, so this is our fourth program. Now we'll go for the last program, that is a fifth program is write a C++ program to divide any two numbers. So we'll concentrate on this program as this is our last program, a basic fifth program, today's last program. Okay, still we have many basic programs to discuss. We know the total we have 12 algorithms, and out of 12 today I am going to cover 5, and remaining I will cover in the next classes. But there we have a similar program, we have to do division, but we have one change in this program, and that change is very important for us. Now we will see here. We have written the two header files. What are those? Hash include iostream.h, hash include conio.h. You know the purpose. Now void main is started here. Okay, here you have to observe float. I have taken here float, not the int, not the int. If you take int, your program will reserve you to enter only the integer numbers. That means numbers without any fraction point. But as you are doing a division program, division is involved in this program. Now what happens when you divide any two numbers? There is a possibility of getting a decimal fraction number as output. When you divide 5 by 2, you will get 2.5 as a result, not 2. 2 is only an integer part, 2.5 is a float number. Hence, in this program we have to be very careful. Instead of int, we have to use what? Float. When I say float, what happens? The a, b and div, three variables I have taken here, a, b and div. See, this is a we are going to store in AA01. Okay, so this is B and this is div. See, this occupies 4 bytes, this takes 4 bytes, this takes 4 bytes, 01, 02, 03, 04. Okay, that is 4 bytes. 13, 14, 15, 16, 4 bytes reserved for B. Then 22, 23, 24, 25. This 4 bytes is reserved for div. Now what happens? Okay, the next step we know CLRS here, and the third step you have given here cout. Cout, what you have given, enter A and B values. See on your output screen. See, you are going to get enter A and B values. Okay, and you have entered two values, that our first value is 50 and the second value is 4. That means our A value will be how much? 50. A value will be 50. What is the B value? B value will be 4. See, B value is 4. Now what happens? You have written here div equal to A divided by B. That means 50 divided by 4. When you give 50 divided by 4, the result will be how much? 50 divided by 4, 12.5. Okay, so 12.5 is your result, which is stored in div, and where is the location? AA22. Okay, now you are going to print the result by using result equal to div. Okay, so here your result is how much? 12.5. Get ch is for the weight, and this closing flower bucket, it shows the end of the program. I hope you understood these basic programs. I will send the PDF to the groups, need not worry about that particular part. Just try to understand these programs. Again, we will continue with the basic programs in tomorrow's class. Thank you.